trying to create a if you go back to the original teaching, this is the field combination of balance between the gravitational and magnetic field. Your hydrogen sits here, for example. Your carbon sits here. Your gold sits here. Your plutonium sits here. The elevation of the soul is access to higher strength. When it comes to higher strength, it's not only higher strength of gravitational pull, it's the higher strength of giving at a higher order. Then, this is the true essence of creation, where you can give more. Not what you might take in, because you already have a lot to hold on to anyway. The soul of the man, the cup with the soul of the man, still sits here. Somewhere, let's say here. But within it, it has all the essences. It's just that you add more in what you gather. That when it comes to the higher elevation, you have some which matches. Just because we have a composite soul doesn't mean we have elevated so much. Elevation of the soul of the man comes from his understanding of any creation, is how much is prepared to give from his existence, which is gravitational, which is holding on to give. That holding on to is not important, but by giving allows the others to be able to elevate, to use the higher order of their own strength in a way to give more. When you start the process of giving, it's contagious. I remember, if I'm correct, it was Hassan from Senegal. He said, people tell me, why do you give so much? I said, let them do what you do. They become contagious, then they want to give. It's like the soul. So elevation of the soul is being able to have the ability to give more, not to take more. This is what is the greed of the man. In a way, when you give more, the essence of integrity of your holding on to your own essence of creation changes. But in fact, when you give more, you have less to be attached to, and you have more to give. It's a beautiful condition. Any other question?
You just brought up the word attachment there, and how does that affect one's movement through this spiral labyrinth, you might call it? Does it make it easier to move through?
You're a smaller, of course. When you're a fat, you can't go to a small door, can you?
That's a good way to put it. And I guess the door gets smaller as you get closer to the center.
The creator, yeah. It's what I call, I don't know if you've been to Ghana. When you go to Ghana, it's the total opposite to the rest of the world players. And every time I'm in Ghana and I say, we go on the beach with Benjamin, I says, Benjamin, look, you Ghanaian, why are you playing like this? He says, you know, because of this little hole, we make the best midfield players. And I look at him and say, my God, what you're talking about, just because you have a few world players, you think, but he says, this little hole does. You know, in football game, we make a big gate, huh? The Ghanaians football gate, the posts, is just about, I think, about 20 centimeter. You can't even get a hole to it. And 20 men like run like crazy, 10 of them chasing this ball, is just about to get the ball through. I've never seen anybody playing football like this. You know, they don't need a goalkeeper. The post of the goal is the goalkeeper itself. But the essence of getting the ball through that little hole brings more talent, gives more energy, gives you become much cleverer to see how you can get it through. This just literally touches the ball. It's so tiny. When you go to Ghana, go on the beach and see, take a picture of people playing football. I think it's less than 2 foot. And it's the same with the soul. The more you give, the smaller, thinner you become, the more expert you become. You can give more and find a way to get in the best way.
Okay, another question about that, Mr. Keshe, is this idea of elevation of the soul. Some people might consider it, or maybe in some levels it is considered a permanent condition, as opposed to more of a fluid condition, like one can have elevation of the soul in the morning, but maybe it's not elevated in the afternoon, kind of thing.
If you, let me tell you, I answer you very direct. If you have, you call the elevation of soul be higher in the morning and in the afternoon, you look how much you've stolen during the day that you have actually put on the clothing this way. Huh?
You've gotten heavied up, ate too much.
Yeah. So you go, as the more you give.
Sorry, could that even be literally true as well as figuratively?
Yes, that's how it is.
Food slows us down in a way.
In a way, but if you look at it, it doesn't slow us down, because